It was 3:47 a.m. on what seemed like any other Tuesday in September. The summer heat had finally broken, leaving behind that crisp autumn air that whispers of new beginnings. But inside classroom 2B at Sunshine Elementary School, something ancient was stirring beneath the polished floors, something that had been waiting, patient as stone, for exactly the right moment to reveal itself. Officer Marcus Chen adjusted his utility belt as he approached the school's main entrance, his German Shepherd partner Rex trotting faithfully beside him. 12 years on the force had taught Marcus to trust his instincts, but more importantly, it had taught him to trust Rex's instincts even more. Unit 47 beginning security sweep of Sunshine Elementary. All quiet on the perimeter, Marcus spoke into his radio. The dispatcher responded, "Copy that, Unit 47. Multiple break-ins reported at Jefferson Middle School last week. Keep your eyes open." Marcus looked down at Rex and said, "Just a routine sweep, boy. Nothing we haven't done 100 times before." If only Marcus had known that some routines are destined to shatter everything you thought you understood about the world. They moved through the familiar choreography of a security sweep. Administration office, clear. Gymnasium, clear. Main hallway, clear. Each room told the same story of summer's end, chairs stacked on desks, whiteboards wiped clean, the lingering scent of industrial cleaner and childhood dreams. Last one, Rex. "Room 2B, then we can head home," Marcus muttered. But the moment they stepped into the kindergarten classroom, everything changed. Rex's ears shot up like radar towers, his entire body going rigid with an alertness Marcus had never seen before. Not the controlled alertness of their training, this was something primal, something desperate. "Rex? What is it, boy?" "Rex, heel." Marcus called, but Rex ignored every command, something that had never happened in their 5 years together. His powerful claws scraped against the foam floor tiles with an urgency that made Marcus's skin crawl. This wasn't detection work. This was excavation. This was a soul trying to unearth a secret. Marcus knelt beside him, pressing his palm against the tiles where Rex was digging. They gave way slightly, softer than they should be. His heart began to hammer as he realized the tiles weren't properly secured to whatever lay beneath. He grabbed his tools and pried the tiles up. Jesus Christ! "Dispatch, I need backup at Sunshine Elementary. I need backup now." Beneath the classroom floor lay something that shouldn't exist, a wooden hatch, old and weathered, with iron hinges that spoke of secrets buried long before this school was built. Multiple vehicles arrived within minutes. Detective Sarah Wilson stepped out and approached Marcus. "What VE we got?" "I've never seen anything like this, Sarah. Look at this hatch, it's not on any blueprint, not in any school record." And Rex, he knew it was here somehow. They pried it open. A foul, musty odor poured out. "My God, that smell," Wilson whispered. "How long has this been sealed?" The beam of Marcus's flashlight cut through darkness that seemed to swallow light itself. Below, a ladder descended into what looked like a narrow corridor carved from the earth beneath the school. They descended single file. Rex stayed at the top, whimpering, unwilling to go down but unwilling to leave. The corridor was barely wide enough for 2 people, leading to a single steel-reinforced door scarred with deep, desperate claw marks. "Structural integrity looks sound," said CSI Tech Rodriguez, "but this construction, this is old. Maybe decades old." With a groan, the steel door opened. The room was small, maybe 8 by 10 feet, with concrete walls that wept moisture and an air so stale it felt like breathing ghosts. But it was the walls that stopped their hearts, covered in children's drawings. Some showed sunshine and rainbows. Others depicted dark figures with keys, tears falling like rain from stick figure faces. "There's a bed here, still made. And this toy box," Marcus said, voice breaking. Inside the dusty toy box, wrapped in a faded pillowcase, was a diary. Its cover bore the careful printing of a child. "My name is Sarah. I am 6 years old. If anyone finds this, please tell my mommy I waited." Marcus opened the diary, reading aloud, "Day 12, the man with the keys brought me crackers today. I heard another kid crying in the room next to mine, but when I knocked on the wall, everything got quiet. Day 18, I keep hearing scratching above me. Like a dog trying to dig. I hope it's trying to find me. Day 23, the dog came back. I can hear him up there. He sounds sad like me. I wish I could tell him I'm here. Marcus, look at this final entry, Wilson said. Day 31, I saw the dog's shadow through the crack under the door today. He knows I'm here. He keeps coming back. I hope he doesn't stop. I hope someone listens to him. From above, Rex howled a long, mournful sound that echoed down the corridor. It wasn't a bark. It was a cry. A cry of recognition. What followed was an investigation that would shake the foundation of their small town. 5 children had disappeared over the past decade, children whose cases had gone cold, whose families had never stopped hoping. But now, fingerprints on those concrete walls told a different story. The prints match Eli Thompson, reported missing 6 years ago, said Wilson. And these photographs we found. Marcus, these are all the missing children. The trail led to Edward Grissom, a former janitor who had worked at every school where children vanished. A man with access to blueprints, keys, and the kind of institutional invisibility that made him forgettable to everyone except the children he stole. He was arrested. Edward Grissom, you're under arrest for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and murder. But even as justice began its slow march forward, Marcus couldn't shake the image of Rex that first night, standing at the edge of the hatch, whimpering as if greeting an old friend he thought he'd lost forever. Animal Control later reviewed Rex's records. Officer Chen, you need to hear this, the officer said. Rex was brought to us 5 years ago, found outside this very school. He was starving, wouldn't leave the property. His original name was Buddy. And according to the records, he belonged to a little girl named Sarah Henley, one of the missing children. Marcus stood frozen. He was trying to tell us. All this time, he was trying to lead someone back to her. Sarah's mother, Janet Henley, held Rex close in her backyard, tears streaming down her face as she whispered to the dog who had never forgotten her daughter. You waited for her, didn't you? You never stopped looking. Thank you for remembering when everyone else gave up. Today, Rex lives with the Henley family, spending his days in the sunshine, playing with neighborhood children. But sometimes, if you watch carefully, you'll see him walk to the edge of where Sunshine Elementary once stood, now just an empty lot with a memorial garden. He'll sit quietly, ears twitching, as if still listening for voices that might be calling for help. Because some bonds transcend death. Some loyalties outlast tragedy. And some love stories continue long after the world believes they've ended. Rex didn't just find a hidden room that night. He uncovered a truth that had been buried beneath years of bureaucracy and closed cases. He proved that sometimes, the most important voices are the ones only animals can hear. And sometimes, the greatest act of love is simply never forgetting.